Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 10.
Coming up, and only on 8 exclusive, Saving Seward History, what the Genealogy Society is doing to preserve a piece of Seward for generations to come. And ending the war in Iran, what President Trump says about a new peace proposal as it's under review. And a remarkable regular season. Nebraska softball makes super progress in their doubleheader today, and they're also speaking to fans about how they pushed through the competition. And that's where we start tonight, as the Husker softball team is at the top of the Big Ten.
Cusack has it, flips to Cammons in second, in time to force her out, and in time to secure the outright Big Ten championship in 2026.
Husker Radio Network erupting as Nebraska softball brings home an outright championship. An awesome thing. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. Today, the women clinching the conference title for the very first time, and they're now soaring into the postseason with a phenomenal record. Our sports anchor, Jake Holman, joins us live now to tell us about today's doubleheader domination. Jake?
Yeah, Big Ten champs. That's what was at stake today for Nebraska, still searching for that first ever outright title in program history. And today, that feat had to be accomplished on the road. And for a short while, it looked like that was going to have to wait at least one more day. But this Husker softball team knows how to battle. And today, they did that once more. Game number 1 versus the Nittany Lions, Jessie Farrell, her 15th homer of the season, stretched out Nebraska's lead to 3. In the 6th inning, Nebraska only giving up 4 hits. Jordy Fromm with the win on the day, in Penn State only mustering up 1 run. So the Big Red at least joined a share of the Big Ten title with that first victory. So on to game 2 we go. And it was a tougher start this time around for the Huskers. Through 5 innings, they trailed 4-1. So a comeback was needed. And they did more than just that, pouring in 6 runs in the top of the 6th, 3 more in the 7th, thanks to late game Lauren Cannon's 3-run shot. The Huskers had a comfortable 10-4 lead, and your final out, Jordy Fromm gets the ground ball. Nebraska with a sweep over Penn State, securing their first ever Big Ten outright regular season title. Here's the final score from both contests today: 5-1 in game number 1, 10-4 in game number 2. Nebraska now improves to 42-6 on the season, and they're 22-1 in the Big Ten Conference. They'll have one more go at it, of course, tomorrow versus Penn State for the series finale. But now all the pressure is gone. This time will have a new title next to name, the Big Ten champs. And right behind Nebraska in the final Big Ten standings, you have Oregon, you have UCLA. So it goes to show how critical that series win over the Bruins was last month. There's still a lot of work left to be done for the Huskers, and we'll talk about that here in our sports for now. Mackenzie, I'll send it back over to you.
All right, thank you, Jake. New in the war in Iran, President Donald Trump says there's a peace plan on the table. The president posting this to Truth Social tonight, saying there's a new plan from Iran to end the war. He says while he's reviewing the proposal, he, quote, can't imagine it would be acceptable, and that they have not yet paid a big enough price for what they've done to humanity. When we learn anything more about this proposal, we'll give you updates on our Now Local News app. And as those peace talks in the war extend, gas prices in the U.S. rise yet again. Check out this video sent into that Now Local News app by citizen journalist Brian. We're seeing gas prices at nearly $4 a gallon here in Lincoln in some places. Scan the QR code there on your screen to download our app so you can share gas rates from all around Nebraska and be informed with the latest prices before anyone else. Only on 8, a group in Seward is working to preserve the county's past and future. The Seward County Genealogy Society is raising money for a historic home in downtown Seward, and the group is inviting the community to leave their mark on the property, adding to the history of the home. Channel 8's Emma Norwood has the story for us tonight. Emma?
Just off of North 1st and Robert Streets, the Seward County Genealogy Society is breathing new life into this historic home.
Today's news is tomorrow's history.
The house is now nicknamed after Jessie Langworthy, who once owned the home in 1900. The Genealogy Society is raising money for Jessie's home with the hopes of it becoming a place of connection in the community.
I'd like it to be a touchstone for them to be able to find out exactly who their ancestors were and what the county is about, how it got to be where it is now.
The group is trying to preserve each era the home has been standing for, including a little piece from each owner.
I think family is important, and with all of the things that are happening in education, through genealogy, you can learn a lot about history.
And for future generations, they're inviting the community to buy a brick and leave a name of something to remember.
It's remembering more than just the people. It's the places too. So that, I mean, it's all important, and it all is interrelated into how the county was formed and came to be what it is today.
That was Channel 8's Emma Norwood reporting. Thank you, Emma. Breaking now, a pharmaceutical company asks the Supreme Court to overturn a controversial ruling. Danco Laboratories filing an emergency application today. It comes after an appeals court banned the mailing of an abortion pill just yesterday. The pharmaceutical company produces that pill, which is called mifepristone, and in its filing today, they write this decision, quote, causes immediate confusion and dramatic upheaval for manufacturers, distributors, providers, pharmacies, and patients around the country. The last time a similar case like this was in front of the Supreme Court, the judges unanimously rejected the lower court's ruling. As we hear more, we'll keep you updated. New at 10, David City police are searching for a missing and potentially armed teenager. Authorities say 13-year-old Isabel Kozasek was last seen in this outfit you see here on your screen. They add she may be armed. They're asking anyone who might see her to not approach her. Instead, you should call the phone number that they have on their website. Now let's get you a look at your first forecast for this Saturday night. It's been a beautiful day. It's a calm end to this Saturday. Looks like a pretty great night out there. Listen, I don't know about you, Dominic, but this would be close to a top 10 day for me. What do you think?
Hey, good evening, Mackenzie. Certainly close. I'd like to see just maybe a couple more degrees, and that's me just being a stickler, I think, for our afternoon temperatures in Lincoln. We snuck up to 71 here for that high, and all in all, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of wind out there, lots of blue skies. It was, if not top 10, at least top 20. I mean, it was just a gorgeous day. Hopefully everyone had some time to get outside. They did get to the mid to upper 70s, then out towards central and western Nebraska there too, even close to 80 in Scotts Bluff at 78 for your high today. A few spots there along the Nebraska-Iowa border there. Leading up to the 60s today, and they can keep the cooler temperatures there off then into Iowa. Here's a look then at our live look in Lincoln right now. Honda of Lincoln camera, South 27th and Yankee Hill Road, and looks like a pretty quiet night out there. Temperatures here in the mid 50s, and a few spots there hanging on to the 60s. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Looks like we had somebody enjoying the nice temperatures here in their car earlier, but man, that was a little bit loud. Here we go. Temperatures right now though 50s, and clear skies for most of us. A few passing clouds starting to work their way into north central Nebraska. Maybe a sprinkle or two out there, likely most of that not reaching its way to the ground. It's not the last time they're going to talk about rain kind of struggling to get going here. We'll have some more on that coming up in a few minutes. But here's a look at your Sunday forecast for Lincoln. Low 70s once again, maybe a degree or two warmer than today. But we're going to be contending with some cloud cover throughout much of the morning and into the afternoon. And breezy at times with a few gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Should be pleasant weather though for those of us who are running the Lincoln Marathon tomorrow. We'll have one more breakdown of the forecast for that coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Dom. New tonight, a beloved tradition returns to the Haymarket. Today is the first Saturday for vendors to sell things at the farmers market, and it really couldn't have been a better day for all the season to kick off. Take a look here at how many people were out to buy local food and goods. Citizen journalist Kevin sending in this video to our Now Local News app this morning, showing people walking through the booths and looking through all the merchandise. The market will be open now every Saturday from 8 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. If you go out and buy anything, let us know by scanning the QR code there on your screen and sending in a video to our Now Local News app. Coming up when we return, flight warning, what those at Eppley Airfield have to say about a rise in passengers. Stick with us, we'll be right back.
Every
Developing now, the final Spirit airline flight lands in Dallas. Travelers are feeling the reverberations as Spirit Airlines ends operations and other companies are prepared to raise their prices. After more than 3 decades in service, Spirit Airlines ending its operations this morning. The ultra low-cost carrier is out of business after talks to rescue it failed. ABC's Morgan Norwood reports from Newark Liberty Airport.
End of an era right there.
The last Spirit Airlines flight 1833 landing in Dallas early this morning after the low-cost carrier failed to land a $500 million government bailout. And at ticket counters, self-service kiosks and other Spirit signs immediately covered over. Stranded Spirit passengers rebooking on other airlines, sometimes at expensive last-minute rates.
That's $900 and something I spent so far. But I'm looking forward to getting my money back from Spirit, but when? How?
The Transportation Secretary today reassuring Spirit ticket holders.
You will get a refund for the portion of the flight that you didn't fly.
And other airlines are trying to help stranded passengers, offering capped one-way fares and special rates.
So we're really trying to support those customers and get them where they need to go.
Spirit Airlines says it flew more than 50,000 passengers just yesterday alone and is now working to get its 1,300 crew members back home.
Other airlines also offering empty seats for stranded Spirit crew members. Now 17,000 employees jobless.
It was somewhat kind of unreal, and I really haven't processed it all yet.
Up until yesterday, Spirit and the Trump administration were working that $500 million rescue deal.
The president was like a dog on a bone, trying to figure out a way to keep Spirit afloat. He was concerned about the employees of Spirit.
But Spirit says the last straw was surging jet fuel prices triggered by the Iran war. The administration dismissing that.
Spirit was in dire straits long before the war with Iran. Multiple times they had filed for bankruptcy. Their model wasn't working. They couldn't get to fiscal health.
Spirit helped transform air travel with cheap base fares and extra fees from bags to seats to snacks.
Adios, low-cost carrier Spirit.
That powered the airline for 34 years. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Newark Liberty Airport.
Speaking of air travel, Epley Airfield is warning its passengers who are planning to fly tomorrow. They say they're expecting an unusually high volume of passengers on Sunday, and they want everyone to be prepared. So they're telling people to arrive at least 2 hours before their departure for the best chance to avoid any chance of missing your flight because of the sheer amount of people who are expected in the terminal. Happening tomorrow, marathon runners are taking over the city. Runners will lace up their shoes for the Lincoln Marathon and Half Marathon, which starts bright and early at 7 a.m. And while the competitors will be racing by, traffic will be slowing way down. Take a look at the map here. This is the route that those runners will be taking. They're starting at Memorial Stadium, and they'll pass by the state capitol, Union College, the Children's Zoo, and Holmes Lake. A lot of these roads will be impacted for hours, including a full closure on 10th Street between Van Dorn and K Streets. Now, there's a long list of busy roads that you might want to avoid tomorrow morning and through the afternoon. We have that list of which lanes will be closed at what times. You can go to this article on our website, klkntv.com. And the competitors are already getting their race day essentials. This video is from citizen journalist Kevin today. He's giving us a view of everyone piling into the Cornhusker Hotel. They're picking up some race day packets, and it looks like maybe some other goods that they'll use during the race. If you're competing or watching a loved one cross the finish line, we want to see the celebrations. Scan the QR code there on your screen and send in a video to our Now Local News app.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
And we have a look at your latest Lincoln Marathon forecast here. One notable change here from earlier, I bumped up the wind speeds here, especially here in the morning, just a little bit, as we are seeing that front continue to pass on through here for the very early stages of the race, and could see a few gusty winds there along that. So just bumped up those wind values just a tiny bit there. Other than that, most of the forecast stays the same here. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 50s and 60s then by the early afternoon, and then ultimately the 70s for highs there. There's a chance chance we could maybe see a sprinkle or two in here. We'll break that down on Stormcast coming up in a few minutes. But ultimately, I think the drier air then in the lower levels of the atmosphere is going to win that battle. Fairly quiet evening here in the capital city, though, on your Allo communications camera, South 21st and L Street. Very quiet, calm night out there. Temperatures not bad either, mid-50s here. So if you are heading out the rest of the night, maybe just keep the jacket handy, but should be a nice night overall for most of us. A few spots still hanging on there into the lower 60s. It's 56 in Lincoln, 57 in Beatrice, 61 still in Aurora, 59 in Grand Island, and 58 degrees in Kearney. Taking a look at those winds, they've picked up just a little bit out of the south right now for the moment, between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Maybe even seeing a gust or two out close to 20 then out near Aurora, York. That looks to be the strongest of our winds here for the moment. A strayish radar return here or two. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning that might be more clear air return rather than actual showers out there. Sometimes during the overnight hours, we can kind of pick up that sort of stuff on radar. Bugs show up a whole bunch on radar, so we could maybe even be looking at a little bit of bugs there. So just something to keep an eye on. But cloud cover then starting to descend across north central Nebraska with maybe a few spot showers up in that. I don't think most of that will likely reach the ground there either. Stormcast, though, does keep an eye on a few showers close to the capital city here early on Sunday morning, as this then continues to shift off to the south and east as we head through the morning hours and into early Sunday morning, or excuse me, Sunday afternoon. Still looking at that cloud cover, though, continuing here for far southeast Nebraska for much of the day. With a few of the models I was looking at, they kept the lower levels of the atmosphere fairly dry. So even if we do see a few showers pop up, mostly it's just going to run into that dry air here down near the surface, and likely not going to see a whole lot reach the ground, though we could maybe see a few sprinkles out there. Don't want to completely rule it out. But in terms of meaningful precipitation, not a whole lot here for your Sunday. Then a few passing clouds still sticking around here for the Monday forecast. Better chances for showers, though, will come with a passing front here Monday afternoon into Monday evening. Here's the European model with a chance there for maybe a line of showers, potentially a thunderstorm in there very late Monday night, and then it'll drop then to the south here very early Tuesday morning and become a little more widespread, even a chance for maybe a few showers out there towards southwest Nebraska too. Then quiet for the rest of the day here as we head towards Tuesday, just mainly a little bit of cloud cover out there too. And it's that time of year where we could still then potentially see a little bit of snow trying to work its way into the mix. A little early on that. Would like to see a little more consistency out of the models, but a possibility then for our folks out in western Nebraska that we could see possibly just a little bit of snow out there. So something we'll keep an eye on here. Here's a look at the severe weather potential, though. We do have a slight level 1 out of 5 risk here on Monday, May 4th. Could see an isolated severe storm or two very late Monday night into early Tuesday morning. Again, I think most of that is going to stay off to our south and east, but we'll continue to keep an eye on it. It is that time of year. 80s then for the forecast Monday afternoon. Chances for rain there both Tuesday and then again on Wednesday as cooler temperatures arrive too, with some of that cloud cover coming in with that next system. Back though into the 70s here for Thursday, Friday. Sunshine looks to at least lead us into Mother's Day weekend with some warmer temperatures sticking around there too. Would like to see a little more sunshine there for anyone with outdoor Mother's Day plans, but we'll keep an eye on that here as we head through the week ahead.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Dom. Coming up in sports, Big Ten champs, Huskers softball secures the regular season title. That's up next.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with sports anchor Jake Homan. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome into your Sports Zone. Big Ten champs. That's the new name you call the Nebraska softball team after securing the outright title today on the road. But how did they pull it off is the question. Game number 1 versus Penn State. Jessie Farrell going long for her 15th of the year to stretch Nebraska's lead out to 3. Nebraska getting up just 4 hits in that first game. Jordy Fromm pitched all 7 innings, and Penn State only able to muster up 1 run. So the Big Red at least joined a share of the Big Ten title with that first victory in game number 1. But game number 2 we go. It was a tough start for the Huskers. Through 5 innings, they trailed 4-1, so a comeback was needed. And they did more than just that, pouring in 6 runs to top the 6th, 3 more in the 7th thanks to that late game. Lauren Camden's 3-run shot. And here it is, the final out. Jordy Fromm gets the ground ball, and your Nebraska Cornhuskers with a sweep over Penn State, securing their first ever outright Big Ten regular season title. Here's the final 2 scores from today's game: 5-1, 10-4. Nebraska now 42-6 on the year and 22-1 in the Big Ten Conference. They'll wrap up the regular season tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. first pitch versus Penn State. Checking out some Husker baseball now on the road. Game number 2 of the series, well, didn't go the Big Reds' way again. Nebraska only 4 hits on the night, one of them here in the 3rd, giving them one RBI. They never led tonight, though. What hurt the Huskers was also the long ball. 2 home runs for the Buckeyes. In this one, they stretched the lead out to 5 in that 8th inning. There was a final rally from Nebraska, able to get 1 in the 9th with bases loaded, but a fly ball to left field would end it there, and the Buckeyes take the series. Your final score in this one, Nebraska 3, Ohio State 7. They dropped 2 in a row on the road to Ohio State, and will try and grab at least 1 win from this series on Sunday. Your first pitch set for 1 p.m. And before we go, senior day for Nebraska Wesleyan in their final regular season game of the year. The Prairie Wolves hosting Central College at Sand Hills. They trailed early 3-1. Freshman Ryan Johnson, the Lincoln Southeast grad, gets the touchdown swinging to end the top of the 3rd. And the P-Wolves able to get the bat and the ball today. They had 12 hits, including this triple here off the wall by Jackson Vollmer. He would eventually get held up at 3rd, but no problem. Next at bat, Sam Schaefer, the single to left, would bring him home, cutting that lead 4-2. But that's all Wesleyan could get in this one. Your final score, Prairie Wolves 2, Central College 5. They get out hit, though, 12-5, but just unable to produce the runs, and they'll head out on the road for the American Rivers Conference tournament beginning next week. And before we wrap things up officially, history made tonight at Churchill Downs. Golden Tempo, a horse with 30-1 odds, comes from behind and makes up a ton of ground, wins the 152nd Kentucky Derby in a thriller. The horse owned and trained by Cherie DeVoe, which now marks the first ever horse trained by a woman to win the Kentucky Derby. So what a finish it was, and what a historic day for a historic moment. And that will cap off your Sports Zone tonight. So Mackenzie, go ahead and set it back over to you.
Yeah, and you know, I think I maybe saw a fun fact too, that the actual 2 top jockeys at the end of the Kentucky Derby were brothers.
Yep, and that's why we love sports, right?
That's pretty cool. All right, love to hear it. Thank you so much, Jake. We'll be right back after the break. New tonight, a food challenge is reaching new heights here in the capital city. Ty's Barbecue and Smashies is giving the new crown to Tyler, who you see right here, for eating 13 patties in this week's Mountain Challenge. So he ate a giant smash burger with, like we said, 13 patties in record time. Tyler devoured that burger in just 7 minutes and 30 seconds. And the stakes, or the Smashie, you might say, are raising for next week when 5 more challengers get to attempt eating 16 patties in a burger. Now, I love the Smashies because we're right next door to this gas station and they do this challenge. And we're right next door. I've had the Smashies. They're great. But I don't think I could make it through 16. Do you think you could?
Yeah, no. I mean, I was trying to do the math there quick. 13 Smashie
in 7.5 minutes.
7.5. That's like 40 seconds a patty.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of food.
That's
so,
impressive.
I mean, hey, impressive. Yeah, no, I don't think I could get that done. But also, really good breakfast burritos over there too.
I know, I've had some good ones.
I've swung by a couple times here in the morning, so if you haven't got a chance, obviously, please go stop by there. Take a look, though, quick at our forecast to get a little bit of business out of the way here. 30s, 40s, even close to 50s then for lows tonight, into the 70s then for your high temperatures tomorrow. Might even see an 80 or 2 in far southwest Nebraska. Warmer then on Monday, and then a chance for some showers as we head towards the middle of the week.
Well, tomorrow's that marathon. Maybe they stop by and get a breakfast burrito afterwards.
Be a good idea.
All right, thank you, Dom, and thank you all for joining us. Have a good night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Plan your next game night out or celebrate any milestone with us, because happy hour is even happier when you're winning. Only at Warhorse Casino, minutes from downtown in Lincoln.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.